coverage unit to stop the return man. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Bulldogs in the hurry up. The give to the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes
unloads it downfield. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not let the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going downfield for the big play. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
I like it. It's like laying up on a par 5. There's no time and no place for that. We don't need that, all right? Take your shots. It's 3rd and long. I don't need to throw it 17 yards short of the stick. Nice job taking a shot down the field, trying to get the first down through the interception, but no harm.
The hand to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Looking to buy time. Pulls it in. It's Judkins.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed. There he is, scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's Howard. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. Got room on the return. At the 20. They get him out of bounds, but a chunk play to wrap up the first quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the second. First down to start the drive after the break. receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The inside handoff. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Georgia going up tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Howard. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Now the play fake. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Gonna take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
I love the job in coverage defensively there. A lot of people probably thinking they're going to throw for it short considering what the down and distance was, but they were aware they were able to force the incompletion, and now we got 4th down.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. And we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that...
Looking for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Oh, I bet the QB is steaming because he did an awesome job. He drops back, and he can tell he's got the matchup. He walks on the outside. He's got an open receiver, throws it to him. Great ball right through his hands. Missed opportunity for a big play. Missed opportunity for a touchdown.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Line gets set, 1st down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. touch pass on the jet sweep. Discards a man. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Here's the handoff. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The Dogs will move the sticks.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. 3rd down coming. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. To the air, it's back. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing.
1 more snap coming before halftime. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He'll take another shot here. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the 3rd quarter. Looking deep. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And now on first down after converting with the run. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Past the 30. Afterburner's coming. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's going to let it go. Makes the grab on the left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Quarterback can pull the trigger and down he goes at the 41. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Trying to impose their will with the run. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Well, the upside is you could get a 1st down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. But this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass, it's Howard. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Georgia going up tempo. Give as they work on that clock. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? You're going to be a great player. You've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Howard. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Trying to take it back. The tag. Touchdown, Georgia. How about that D coming up with a play like that? They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though
he wants to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Henderson. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you're trying to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the score.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Give to the back. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, running back on the move. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they do on third down. They'll run it from the gun. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
While they could run victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them, so you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Off play action on first down. Got it on the outside, it's Scott. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. That last completion sets him up on second down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. To throw, it's Howard. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you can tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And they'll just down it right there. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, and it's really fun to do. You're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to